Hey everyone, welcome to Istanbul Airport. So today I'm going to go through how you get from the airport into Istanbul city and back. So how do you travel between the two and what is the best way of doing so? So before we go any further though, please click the like button right now. Click the thumbs up button right now, it takes you less than a second, and click subscribe as well. It really helps the channel and it gives other travelers who are coming to Istanbul, it gives them a chance to see this video and know how you get from the airport into the city. So click the like button, click subscribe, it really helps out. So thank you very much for doing that. Now let's get into how you travel between the two. So the cheapest way to travel from Istanbul Airport into the city is to use the metro. So to use the Metro Line 11. So the Metro Line 11 connects Istanbul Airport into the suburbs of Istanbul. And then from that station, you can then travel into the city centre. So it will roughly cost you around 50 lira the journey if you're travelling from the airport into, say, for example, Taksim, which is one of the main areas that lots of tourists stay when they come to Istanbul, in the centre of Istanbul. So to go from the airport to Taksim, currently in 2023, costs around 50 lira roughly to do that journey. However, if you do want to have a more comfortable, more efficient experience, I would recommend you get a private transfer. It's going to be more expensive, however, it is definitely the most efficient and comfortable way to get from Istanbul into whatever district in Istanbul you're going to be going to. So click on the description because I actually have a link. The top link in the description is a link to where you can book a private transfer in Istanbul from the airport into whichever suburb or district you are staying at in Istanbul. So click onto the description right now. I'll also put it in the comment section too, but go into the description, click that top link, and you can book a private transfer using that link. So do that if you are planning to come to Istanbul and if you do want a comfortable private transfer into your hotel or into your accommodation. And I definitely recommend you do that, especially if you're staying on the Asian side of Istanbul, because Istanbul Airport is located on the European side. If you are staying on the Asian side of the city, you're going to have to somehow get from the European side to the Asian side, and you can't do that using the metro. You can get into Sultanahmet and Taksim using the metro on the European side, but then you're going to have to transfer over and get a ferry over to the Asian side, and it's just more hassle. So it's just easier, especially if you're staying on the Asian side, to get a private transfer, get a cab using the description link. Click onto the description and book a private transfer, especially if you're staying in the Asian side. And even if you're staying in, for example, Sultanahmet, there's no metro station in Sultanahmet. You can take the tram from the metro into Sultanahmet, but it's generally more convenient to use a private transfer. So I definitely recommend that. But of course you can take the metro as well, and it's definitely the cheapest option. Now, one method that I don't recommend is taxi. So when you walk out of the airport, you may see lots of guys saying taxi, 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 trying to get you to take their taxis. Don't take a taxi. Taxis are known to scam tourists and to overcharge tourists. I would not recommend taking a random taxi outside of the airport to get to your destination in Istanbul. That would be my advice, because again, they can overcharge you. They are known to scam tourists. So I would not recommend taking a taxi. Now, Uber unfortunately doesn't exist in Istanbul. You can't use Uber in Istanbul. So your best two choices are metro or private transfer.